Good morning, welcome back to Cold Waters. And this is not coldwaters.mod, no, I have returned the game to largely stock and then installed a 2004 campaign. And wow, if it's not a challenge, we are in a Trafalgar-class boat. I decided that I really wanted to get to grips with the Royal Navy's finest. So it's 2004 and we're at war with Russia. Or with the Soviets. Let's take a look at the situation. So far, I've engaged with one submarine and given it a bit of a bloody nose. That is Sierra 1, that was a Tango class. That engagement was a challenge. Because the Tango was carrying USET 80s and this torpedo, it followed me around a long time. I also have a Blue Whale, which is not a threat, a Whiskey and a Foxtrot class. Now, both the Whiskey and the Foxtrot classes have fired upon me, but have not managed, or their torpedoes have not managed to connect. This is a challenge. Now, weapons for the Trafalgar, we have some spearfish and we have some tigerfish, and I used a tigerfish to tackle the Tango, and I got him, but yeah, with hindsight, possibly would have preferred using a spearfish. Now, part of me is thinking, well, the Whiskey's going to get tigerfish and the Foxtrot can get either. Yeah, neither of these are particularly shouldn't be threatening boats, but they could be. Excuse me. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to keep traveling more or less east until we get closer to one or both of these bad guys. In fact, I've enabled active sonar on my tigerfish, because neither of these boats have anechoic coating, and what that means is that there should be a pretty good target for an active sonar torpedo. We'll see how well this goes, but I'll be back when there's something a bit more interesting going on. Taking a long time for my sonar operators to get a pretty good fix on well, either of these contacts. The Blue Whale, yes, but the others really haven't got a good idea. I'm a little concerned. I'm no word of a lie, because we haven't managed to get that good an ear on it. But I'm sure everything's fine. Let's just keep things rolling, shall we? I mean, how hard can it be to tackle old boats in a modern Royal Navy vessel, right? Surely it'll be a piece of cake. And there we are. We can see the Foxtrot. So let's take a look at him. Well, I can see me and the Blue Whale yeah. So if I switch to my view, well, I know he's out there. Okay, I'm actually looking in the wrong direction. There he is. Okay, I'm a little exposed, I think that's probably fair to say. And this Blue Whale is kind of right in the way now. I don't think that's going to bother the Russians. I wonder if I want to head towards the Foxtrot. I think I will.
Come left to 111, helm aye.
I think what I'm going to do is pretty much head right towards him. I don't think he can hear me. No, not right now. Let's see, can the Whiskey hear me? Nope. but I'm gonna be more audible as I get closer. So let's drop my depth. Okay, there's the whiskey. Let's drop my depth. I'm gonna go for something like just 700-800 feet should be fine. But I'm gonna do this a little slowly. So I'm just using the ballast right now. In fact, okay.
Passing 600 feet.
Actually, looks like the Foxtrot's lost a little bit of depth, so this will do. I just want that little bit of separation. Now, like I say, I don't think they know where I am, but at the same time, they have a good idea. I mean, there's a sunken tango.
On helm, steady course.
Yeah, definitely converging. Let's switch back to my view. Okay, there's an offset head-on. There goes the blue whale. I hardly feel like breathing right now. We're really close. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to drop my speed to 0.
Make turns for 0 knots.
Let's
Maneuvering eye.
kill the accelerate time. We're going to see if we can hang in the water. I'm going to just drop my depth of the ballast, just in case. Now, this might be a Star Trek 2 a moment where in the nebula we sort of rise up underneath him, maybe. But I have to get the other side of him, and he is 5 decibels on me. I think I still want to get my depth down. He is starting to dive. Okay.
Passing 700 feet.
Let's take a view from his perspective. He really doesn't know that I'm there, and that's great, but he knows there's something out here. We're just over 1,000 yards. Can we see the whiskey yet? I don't think we can. No.
Passing 800 feet.
Although, let's look at the whiskey. Yeah, he certainly could see me. Stop reducing my depth. There's quite a difference there. Yeah, I can cut the tension here with a, I want to say a K-knife, with a knife. I mean, they may pick me up. The whiskey doesn't have ears on me. He's showing -9 decibels. I mean, he might get an idea of a fire, but probably not. The Foxtrot, he's showing 6 decibels. Let's flick back to him. Better quality sonar, and he's a lot closer to me. But I've dropped my depth. I'm much closer to the ocean floor now. I could fire upon this guy, and he'll probably fire on me. I'd have to fire, accelerate hard, and hope for the best. Look at those 3 propellers there. I didn't realize that they had 3. Does the whiskey have 3? Whiskey's just a dual, isn't it? Yeah, moving slowly, and as opposed to this guy with his 3. There's rear-mounted torpedo tubes there. I just have the 1. And it's not moving right now because I am stationary. Well, there's really not much to see right now. I will accelerate time. Okay, 500 yards. Right. I think what I want to do now is put my speed to 1 knot.
Make turns for 1 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Gonna turn towards him and see if... Oh, I think he can hear me.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I'm pretty sure he can hear me right now. He's at 14 decibels, and he's right on top of me. I think it's time.
800 feet.
I think it's time to fire. Let's go ahead and go to... let's do it. 20 knots and fire.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right. I've
Con
acquired
sonar,
him.
Launch transient from Sierra.
He's firing at
4.
me. What I want to do is duck underneath him. And, okay, so annoyingly,
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
but not that surprisingly,
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
the tigerfish did not continue attacking the target, but now it should.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 20. Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Thank goodness.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Thank goodness his torpedo dealt with him. Okay, so let's switch back to inside the submarine. This is a pretty dramatic view of this submarine just sinking fast next to me. I think what I'm going to do now is
Make turns for 5 knots.
my
Maneuvering
speed
aye.
back to 5 knots. So this guy is to my north.
Come left to 074. Helm aye.
There we go. So, do I want to send? I think I do. Can he detect me? Possibly not. It's too good a target not to go for. So let's go ahead and get a torpedo out.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
He's surely going to react to that.
Con
Surely.
sonar
There
launch
it goes.
transient from Sierra 3.
So we're going to
Con
spin up,
sonar launch transient from Sierra 3.
firewall the throttle. Yep, we could be in trouble here, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and make this torpedo live. Like so.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
We lost the wire. That is not a surprise.
Come left to 070. Helm aye.
Right, let's see where this blue whale is.
Con helm. Steady course.
Yeah, I don't want him to take a torpedo, but he might, and that's not something I can do much about. So there's the blue whale.
Noisemaker bearing 353.
As my torpedo's shooting towards this guy, his 3 coming towards me. Yeah, 3's a bit excessive. And I am making like a tree and getting out of here. We firewall the throttle. We're going to hit 30 knots. I'm going to turn a little bit more towards the whiskey. What I want to do is keep sensor contact on him, and if this thing goes live I'm in trouble, but if it doesn't go live I'll be able to duck underneath it.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 30 knots.
I'm going to go ahead and turn towards it.
Come left to 342. Helm aye.
I think the plan here is if I can duck underneath these torpedoes, which
Con helm. Steady course.
this whale better be careful. I dare say though, what's it going to do? It doesn't have decoys.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 133. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 341.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay. Good news is I made it underneath his torpedoes. Let's get my depth up to just a little bit more.
Passing 700 feet.
That'll do me there. This is so that my Todare works and takes effect. Okay, his torpedoes have gone live. 2 of them have. Now, if this third one starts to circle, I could be in trouble. But I think
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 132.
I don't think they're going to go for the sunken Foxtrot. I think they're just going to keep bouncing away south. My Tigerfish has picked up the whiskey. That's good to see. And so now what we're going to do is just gently bob along at 5 knots. We're getting a fantastic return on, well, everything around us. He can't detect me anymore, not even with his active sonar pinging away, but he is doing 12 knots. Let's go ahead and watch this, and let's jump into the Tigerfish, which is tracking him even though we can't see it. There he is. I can't control this torpedo, but I'm optimistic that it's going to do the right thing and take him out.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 337.
Okay, it's turning away from the noisemaker right now. I would switch to the whiskey, but he's disappeared. So we'll go back to me, go back to the map. Right. I think the best thing to do here is just to sit where I am, sit pretty, and let the Tigerfish do its thing. Now I may launch a Spearfish. I don't feel like wasting a Spearfish on the whiskey class. Especially seeing as this Tigerfish should be all over it. In fact, I think I can watch it. I think he's done for now. At least he's at escape depth, at least.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 334. Contact breaking up.
Okay.
Make depth 4-5 feet. Dive by.
Right, let's switch back to me. That's mostly to get rid of the noise of him sinking. And let's accelerate time. Once we're able to, we'll disengage. So that's the first engagement, and that was a success. But yeah, the USET 80 that was chasing me around, that was a challenge. The boats are a little different in this mod compared with dot mod. That's not a bad thing. But it does mean like I've got to get used to it, and the interface is
Dive at 4-5 feet. Dive by.
stock.
Upscope, raise the radar mast.
There's nothing out here. Okay.
Downscope.
Right. Well, I think that just about concludes today's video. I'm gonna keep playing around with this campaign. I'm gonna see how well I do, and I think at some point we'll start to show some whole campaign missions. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is. But thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you got something from this, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.